What's up, WWE Universe? My name is Rain, and welcome to the Angry WWE Fan. We're going to talk about predictions, results, storylines, and anything and everything that made you or will make you angry, all because of the WWE. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the results of Clash of Champions 2019. Is there anything that made you angry, or were you happy with the results? Let me know, and please post your comments down below. So let's start off with the championships that were retained tonight. We got Seth Rollins, Kofi Kingston, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, AJ Styles, and Bayley. Now, let's talk about Seth Rollins first. Going into the Universal Championship match, him and Braun Strowman were already upset at each other because they lost their tag team titles. Now, this was actually my prediction because I knew it would add greater conflict between the two of them. However, I actually didn't like that The Fiend showed up at the end of the pay-per-view. I thought it was a cool idea. However, it seems like Braun and Seth having a little bit of a rivalry going on in the next couple of pay-per-views, I think that that would work much better compared to The Fiend showing up and trying to chase Seth for the Universal Championship. Now, moving on to Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. I must say it's stupid. Why? Because I keep telling you guys that Randy Orton is the perfect opponent for Kofi Kingston to lose the championship to. How many times do I have to say that? So that's why I thought that that match between Kofi and Randy was stupid. Well, it was great, but still, it was stupid. And then we have Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Now, watching this match, it actually took me to the times of their NXT days, when these women would show us how much they got. They still have it, but wow, just watching the whole them going into the crowd and into the concession stands, that was amazing. I wasn't expecting for the result. I actually thought that Sasha Banks will win. But I think WWE got it right tonight by letting Becky win via disqualification. It's going to set up for a bigger rivalry between Becky and Sasha. Now, moving on to the other half of the four horsewomen, Bayley and the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Did anyone else get annoyed by how this match ended? Because I thought it just ended abruptly. The setup with Bayley exposing the turnbuckle for Charlotte, if it wasn't for the replay, I wouldn't have known what she did. I thought they could have fought a little bit more. They could have shown us more of their athleticism. Both women are great wrestlers, but maybe it was due to time constraints. That's why they had to end their match early. But, especially with Charlotte wrestling in her own hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina, I don't know. I think that match wasn't long enough. And now for the women's tag team titles, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defending their tag team titles versus Fire and Desire. Where do I begin on this one? Because I still think that the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, deserve this opportunity more than Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. However, I do like how the match ended with Nikki Cross pinning Mandy Rose. I think it's a good payoff as to, in terms of their storyline of Mandy Rose, talking trash about how Nikki Cross looks like. But again, I'm going to repeat it. I still think that the Kabuki Warriors deserve this opportunity more than Fire and Desire. Now, oh wait, we actually have the United States Championship match in the kickoff show between AJ Styles and Cedric Alexander. It wasn't really surprising for AJ Styles to win, but I actually thought they should have included this match in the main show versus having it in the kickoff show. Thank God for the replay. We actually saw bits and pieces of it, but given the wrestling ability of both AJ Styles and Cedric Alexander, I think they deserved that spotlight to be in the main show. Now, let's move on to the new champs. We have 2 new tag team champions, and let's start with Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. I think it's glorious because I predicted that they will actually win, and it was a great setup because it set up the whole Braun and Seth conflict before they went into their Universal Championship match. And for Dolph and Robert Roode, I think they deserve the tag team titles. They work so well together, and I actually hope that they will hold the titles for a long time. Now, let's go to the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The Revival, which, by the way, they made history tonight by becoming the first Tag Team Champions to hold the NXT Tag Team Championships, Raw Tag Team Championships, and now the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Great job by The Revival. The whole torture that they did to the New Day, I thought was a little bit extreme, but at the same time, it's The Revival. What do you expect? They had to show their dominance. However, the mic skills, they need to practice a little bit more on that, okay? But great job. I am actually happy for the title changes that happened tonight, although I was expecting a little bit more. Overall, I think Clash of Champions was an A+++. Oh, before I forget, there was a match that did not include a championship, which was weird because it was Clash of Champions. It was Eric Rowan and Roman Reigns in a no disqualification match. When I saw the card, I thought to myself, why do we have this match? Although they did not disappoint us, it was a good match between Roman Reigns and Eric Rowan. With Luke Harper showing up towards the end, that was good. I think it would have been better if Daniel Bryan also showed up to help Roman Reigns. But again, this matchup could have been saved for another pay-per-view because this is Clash of Champions where every championship is defended. And this match kind of felt the oddball for me because there's no championship to be defended in this match. However, it was still good. All right, let me know what you guys think. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you're on Instagram, please follow me at WWEWhatIf, or if you're on Twitter at WWE_WhatIf. I will see you guys again next time for my predictions, results, and anything and everything that made me angry, or it might made you angry too. Until then, TTYL, Jabrionis